The most important question I got was, what is your legacy? Not a material legacy, but if life stops now, how do you want to be remembered? What is your frequency legacy? The Phoenix Frequency podcasts are results from that question. When all seemed burned in your life, the fertile ash of a phoenix is filled with compassion, love, forgiveness, empowerment, intuition, wisdom, generosity, creativity, resilience, a balance of an evolution and involution, what is needed to rise. I am Nienke van Bezooijen and I live my Phoenix frequencies. On a weekly basis, I share my insights, my resources, and I have guests who phoenix themselves. If it resonates to you, you're welcome to rise. Welcome to the Phoenix Frequencies. In the late 70s, my grandfather won a prize of the best amateur picture taken from nature. He loved photography all his life. And all his life, the picture he took of my grandmother at the age of 19 was on his desk. He built his own darkroom to develop the pictures. He loved the technologies, new innovations, first film, video editing, until he was way in his 80s. He liked looking with his camera eye. See a scene, create a scene with your mind's eye. And what you see, what you want to remember, and choose a frame and capture a photographer's eye. As an accountant, he did the same in his work, searching in the details without losing the bigger picture, using his skill and knowledge and intuition as a thermometer and reading the results. A photographer eye. I inherited his passion for photography, and since my physical hearing decreased, my eyes and my eye for detail elevated tremendously. I love the uncharted territory where my peripheral view can take me. Inside of me, I see the picture by now. I can freeze frame what I see in my mind's eye. I take my pictures in nature a lot, and I love being the guest from all the animals in their natural habitat. Lizards and birds and squirrels, and sometimes I can capture them with my camera too. My inner camera always spot them first. When I'm calm, coherent in how I show up in their world, they let me sometimes take the picture and connect with me. Only when I connect with them, with a calm heart, the picture turns out a, so to quote, good picture. In their eyes, no fear or frustration or suspicion. Sometimes for some minutes, I can be in touch with them. And often I am the one who moves on, not the animal. The picture from my heart's intuition is always perfect to me. Perhaps not perfect in the norm of photographer land. And sometimes I share publicly my pictures. The feedback is often that I make people happy because they feel where I felt happy myself. They're always on my walks with me. I rarely edit my photos because it's not my purpose to show perfect. I like to share my walks, frequencies. And how about you? What picture of yourself are you showing to the world? Picture perfect, well framed and likable, showing off a picture perfect life, showing who you are with perfect food and perfect clothing, a car, a bike, a look. And how many filters do you use for your perfect life to show to the world? How do you want to be seen to feel good? My favorite pictures are real, unedited. I stopped showing the filtered life. I get bored by edited reality. I prefer nowadays real people with all they have, authentic struggles, real flaws, humorous self-laughter, admitted mistakes without blame, just real learning curves and real curves. And what will happen when we have to live our less picture Instagrammable life? What if we can like what we see ourselves is enough? We don't need to search for hearts, likes, thumbs up from the outside world. How many thumbs up do you give yourself first? Not because of others. What I like in nature during the sunrise in the fields, with the marks of the wolf's paws, the deer hooves, that's the wonderful cobwebs in the mist. It's real. I like to go out and go light hunting, to see the unexpected sun rays, or the clouds, or the shadows of the leaves on a tree. I love it, just because it's real. In silence, I am in the connection with the animals, and I always thank them, wordless, with a wordless conversation. Give them my gratitude for being in touch with them, and if it's the time, for a very nice picture. My grandfather's way of looking at light composition, it really got me. The joy of capturing to review later. And sometimes deliberately I leave my camera at home because it's enough to look with real eyes and go in my mind's eye to remember. Capturing the way of looking is also possible without covering. And I can watch in my heart forever. See it again with all other senses. I learned from my grandmother that it's possible to always go back to the pictures you took with your mind's eye. And like watching a television or a movie, get them back for real at any time. So what pictures do you want to capture in your heart? Not Instagrammable, but just from your heart. I love going into the nature and see the unexpected perspectives they give me. Being the guest in a natural habitat and just enjoy what I see with or without camera, because the camera is also inside me.